Hi, my name is Dale Sconnen. I'm with Greenmark Equipment here. I've been with the company for 7 years and I am an AMS focus technician here. Today I'm going to show you the difference between changing profiles in your rate controller or changing settings within a profile of your rate controller. There's a big difference there. It's one of the most common mistakes that we see with a lot of our operators in the field, and knowing the difference between the two can really help minimize that downtime and avoid setting in the field with incorrect settings or improper performance of your machine. First off, I'm going to start with showing you how to open up and access the settings in your rate controller here. I'm going to show you on the 2630 and the 4640. So starting out here, we have the 2630. Now your home page might be a little bit different depending on operator, how you have it set layout, but one thing that will always be the same is this menu button down in the lower right hand corner. So you're going to open up your menu here and you're going to see this John Deere rate controller. You're going to select that and it's going to open you up to the rate controller home page. So pretty similar for the 4640. I'm going to switch over to that home page here. Now this is what your 4640 will look like. Now you have two options here for accessing that menu. First off, you can come right down here to your shortcut bar, and most of the time you'll have this ISOBUS VT tab that's pinned here. If you select that and open it up, there's a menu within here that will give you your options, and you'll just select your rate controller and then you're going to go to setup, and now this will show you where you can change or edit your profile. So once we get to this point here, say for example you've been spraying for a certain customer, you've been spraying a certain crop and you want to make an adjustment width-wise to your profile, or you want to make an adjustment of some sort to that profile, rather than editing your existing profile, the correct way to do it, the quickest, most efficient way to do it, I should say, is to go through this Change New tab right here. So we're going to select this Change, and it'll open you up to the profiles. Now here you can either create a new profile or you can select an existing profile. I'm going to select this existing profile here and always hit Accept. Now this is going to change our applicator and our application width in any of those settings that you have saved within that profile. So a lot of the time what we get guys that do is they'll come in here to this Edit tab. Rather than Change New, they'll select the Edit tab because they decide that they want to change their width. Now this is fine, but it's not the most efficient way to do it, and this gives you the most room for error as far as incorrect settings or changing something accidentally. Going to come in here and we will change this application width, for example. So I'll change this to 100. Hit OK, and then you're going to go through the rest of your menu options here. So you'll hit Next. Make sure all of these settings should be correct. If that's all you're doing, you don't want to change any of these other settings, because again, that is going to have adverse effects on that machine and it's going to cause improper operation. For example, we get a lot of guys that come through here and then they will check this equal width sections box here, and this changes all of their section widths, and that affects your rate control, that affects your field coverage, that affects your section control. And if that happens, then you're down until you can get a hold of one of us to help you get those correct measurements back entered into that settings tab. So now we're going to continue through the rest of the settings. Again, not changing anything here unless you were instructed to. Go through, check everything here. And again, all these settings are very important. They're all specific per machine, and you don't want to change these if that's what you're doing. If you need to come in here and make an adjustment, you do not want to change these unless you're instructed to by one of us. So you're going to get to the end here on your setup summary, and this kind of gives you one final check over of all the settings in your profile, so you can do one quick glance over, okay, yep, everything looks correct, and then you're going to go ahead and hit Accept, and now you can see that that application width is changed to 100 feet down here. I find one of the best ways here to avoid having an accident with changing something incorrectly and being down, say, on a Sunday when all your dealerships are closed and you can't get a hold of anybody to help you have that issue resolved. The best way to do that is to go through that edit tab like I just showed you and either take pictures of every one of those slides and save them in your phone, whether it be on your phone, or print those pictures out and you can put them right in a folder and keep them in your machine. That way, if anything does happen, you have all of your initial settings and you can just quick run back through it, reset it, and you're good to go, rather than wait and try to get a hold of one of us or try to get a hold of your dealership on Monday rather than be down for 2 or 3 days. And again, I just want to reiterate, only change these settings if instructed to by one of us. Thanks for joining me today, and if you have any questions, please contact your local Greenmark equipment dealer. Thank you.